Hello viewers, this is a video that I've been wanting to do for a little bit. So I haven't been doing very many actual camera videos, I don't think, lately, because my life has been busy. I only did like one stream within the past few weeks, so yeah, my life has been busy with school and everything, but I want to kind of show off some of the things I've worked on recently. So this is going to be about the network in my house. So let's first start off with the network where it comes in. This, as you may recognize from maybe one of my previous videos, is the telephone modem. However, it's also now pulling double duty as the internet modem because our internet modem actually died. It started, like, downloads got slower than uploads, like way slower. And currently our service is asymmetrical. It's not really that big of a deal to me. It works. And that's all that really matters for me right now. But it was starting, the old modem, pull it out here, was starting to have issues. As you can see, it's not connected anymore. It's only connected to the cable because I have to get a wrench to unscrew that. So we have the modem, and so this is a change. So as you can see, we're going. Oh, and by the way, thanks to whoever covered up every port except one on this. I didn't know this had 4 ports. It was covered up by this piece of paper I tore off. This goes over to our new router. This router right here is our main router. This is serving for routing, and then it's also doing access point duties. Now, when we installed it, it was also doing DHCP, DNS, and some other things. Oh, it's also doing access control for our network. However, that stuff, okay, so we have this. We're going to get to the other stuff shortly. Here we have one of my IP phones. This is a Yealink T21P E2. Weirdly about this is only 10100 Ethernet. So yeah, we have an HP USB-C dock G4. And then up here we have our old router. Up here, this is serving as an access point for Internet of Things devices, as well as a network switch, because I needed more ports. All right, so then let's go to the fourth thing that's plugged into this directly. This computer right here, this HP ProDesk 400 G4, is a Windows Windows server. This server is running Active Directory domain services, a DHCP, a DNS, among other things. So if we come over here, we can actually see what it's running. This I haven't messed with. This I haven't messed with. This is our DHCP. This is running a print logger. This is running DFS, I think. I haven't messed with this. This server is running print services. And it's also, I was trying to mess with Radius. I haven't gotten it working. I don't know how well Radius works with the network policy server on Windows. I may have to try something else. But this is running our DHCP and our DNS, as well as it's running Active Directory domain services. This computer is a Intel Core i5 7500 with 3.4 gigahertz. As you can see, it's 4 cores. 8 gigs of RAM, and then just integrated graphics. And this is just running Windows Server 2022. It's not activated, of course, because I didn't pay for that. Because I don't have that money. Anyway, and this is not even a commercial. This is just for Home Lab. But so this is running. So this is running. One of the main things this is running is DNS and DHCP. Now, I did not know this, but as soon as I started the DHCP server on here, so the DHCP server on this thing is still enabled. But I guess this thing is louder because currently everything is registered to this DHCP server. And so, but the way I have it set up, if this thing ever gets like shut down or whatever, this thing can take over and carry the network load. Or like, well, it already carries the network load, but like do DHCP and DNS. But I wanted to have this mainly to take some load off of that because we've been having issues with that. I don't know if this has helped or not, but it also gives me it gives better control over certain things. It gives more customizability that is not available with this. This is only basic DHCP, for example, whereas this, I can actually program in, different options and whatnot. Like let's say I had a TFTP server running for these. I could actually tell them what that address is over option 43. Of course, I've not messed with any of that stuff. Also, this that is running a time server as well. So yeah. Now let's move on to the network switch / access point, and we'll show you what's connected up there. So up here, connected to this, we have our uplink coming from this. We have a link going to the printer here, and we also have a link going down back to where the areas are. And as you can see, there's another light down there. This is an HP Z2 G4 mini workstation. This is also running Windows Server, and this is actually what I initially intended to run our domain controller on. But it took me forever to get a power adapter for it because turns out this requires a 200 amp power or 200 watt power supply. It won't work on my lower power supplies because this is a Xeon. Now, yes, this does have so I'm going to be connecting to it with remote desktop connection. This does have a display port out, but it's been finicky. I don't know if it's this thing with how old it is or what the issue is, or if it's the graphics on this. So we can boot it up. In fact, so I got this one also used at at a computer recycling store. Both of these were actually considered bare bones, so they had their RAM and stuff taken out. This one I bought new RAM for. This one I just bought a stick of DDR4 while I was there for it. And then I just took a 128 gig SSD that I had lying around and I stuck it in this. So this is just has 128 gigs of storage on it. This has a 500 gigabyte SSD on it. And so let me show you what that's doing. So here we are in it. I just have it remote desktoped in. Now this server, sorry, I'm not screen capping. This is just easier for me to just shoot it all on my phone. I don't want to have to edit a bunch. So this is running certificate services. It's running a backup of the domain controller. DHCP is actually not working on here. I had an issue where I tried to run these servers simultaneously and have them synced, but it stopped sending the requests to these servers and started sending it to the router's DHCP server, so I just discontinued that. I have a backup of the DNS. File, this was running, I have some file store server stuff on this running as well. IIS and IPAM, which again, I have not messed with. So I have kind of messed with ADCS a bit as well, but I'm not going to show that. But another thing that this runs is a Homebridge server. I've been trying to unify some of our Internet of Things devices into HomeKit, because this house, we primarily use Apple devices for like our mobile devices and stuff. We still use a lot of Windows for our computers, but as far as like our mobile devices, it's all iOS and iPadOS and whatnot. So this, the Homebridge, which I'm not going to show because I don't want to show any private information, allows me to pull in things like, you know, if we have security cameras, I can pull those in. I can pull in some of our LG stuff. I can pull in our thermostat if I wanted to. And it's all local, which I also like, or like, it's still technically going through the cloud, but it works over my HomeKit app, which I really like. So yeah. But yeah, these are these servers. Let me pull up the specs for this server. Let me pause the video. So as you can see, if we go into performance, this one is a Intel Xeon 2104 or E2104G at 3.2 gigahertz. I think this is slower than the other one. 4 cores, and then it has 16 gigs of RAM inside of it. It has a 500 gig SSD. And both of these have been running great. Part of the reason I went with these is because of power constraints. I don't want to draw too much power. I mean, if I look, this one's not plugged into the HP Z2 isn't plugged into the battery backup. But if I look at how much power draw we're doing, this monitor, by the way, so this TV is not very efficient. It's when it's on, this drops to about 28 minutes, as you can see, but when it's off, it goes up to like 83 minutes, and this goes down to like 36 watts of draw. And that's with the router, the modem, and the ProDesk on it as well. I hope I said ProDesk earlier, not ProBook. The ProBook is my laptop. But yeah. I mean, it's not surprising this TV is quite old, as you can see. I mean, just by the bezels alone, you can tell. But yeah, I mean, things have been working, so I'm happy with that. And yeah, so let me show you the kind of last part of the network. All right, so now we're down in my room here. Well, let me turn off some of these fans. All right, so now we're down in my room, and as you can see, so this right here, this TP-Link Wi-Fi extender is actually currently functioning as a Ethernet bridge. I'll unplug it and show you quickly. Weird thing about this, it's only 10100. As you can see, it's missing half the context, so it's only 10100. But this just kind of hides back here. My stuff is probably gonna get mad at me for this. Once this boots back up, so this cable that it comes off of goes behind this printer, goes behind the printer, and comes over here to this network switch right here. And then this switch, from this switch, we have one that goes out to the printer right here, and one that kind of goes down here to this ring adapter, this PoE injector right here. This is the same one, similar to the one I have upstairs. Actually, it's the exact same model that I have upstairs as well for the other IP foam. This Cat 6A goes out. And comes over to my T46S IP phone. So, yeah, that's about it for my network. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.